But first I want to talk about this Union Heart, which really is an amazing piece of work. All the photographs, by the way, are taken by A Force for Good, and that was the Queen in 2012 when she was in George Square with Prince Philip. And that's a quote there, a really nice quote from her. And then we talk about the role of the monarch, because people go, oh, what's the monarch for? What's the point of the Queen? Well, we detail the point of the Queen as essentially head of state and national icon, living national symbol of the people's sovereignty. And then, wait till you see this. Bruce to Elizabeth, our great British monarchy. And that is a family tree which traces the descent right down to Prince William directly from Robert the Bruce. That's absolutely a fantastic family tree, and that's credited to a family tree that we found in Debrett's Royal Scotland, and that's published there for posterity. And for all the doubting Nats who don't believe us when we say that, you can trace the lineage right there, and that's worth it. The magazine alone, it's worth it. And here we talk about the relationship between the monarchy and the relationship between the people's democratic sovereignty, because that's always one that the anti-monarchists will come up with. It's like they don't understand that the Queen is simply the symbol of the sovereignty of the people, the democratic sovereignty of the people. But she can also be the symbol of the legal sovereignty of Parliament, and she can also be the symbol of the national sovereignty of the nation. It is within herself that these symbols are vested. And by vesting that symbol in her, you are not denying either the people or the Parliament or the courts or the nation of any kind of sovereignty. You're simply giving it a very convenient focus, a very convenient, tangible symbol. And wow, the British monarchy does that so well. And then here, it's A Force for Good, so we have to give a shout out to the Union of the Crowns, and this new, well, this phrase that we discovered a couple of weeks ago that James VI came up with, the happy connection of two so mighty nations. And so we explain the Union of the Crowns in there, and we explain, of course, the Union Jack, which James VI of Scots created. And then we talk a bit more about that royal style and the concept of the realm of the United Kingdom, and why Elizabeth II is the second Elizabeth in the territory which has become the realm of the United Kingdom. We explain it all there really nicely, concisely, lots of white space, lots of easy words, and that's our inimitable style. And here, again, busting a Nat myth. The Nats always like to say lies about the British national anthem, so we explain exactly what the British national anthem is about, and the three verses that we have today are exactly the three verses which were formed in 1745. So don't be listening to any Scottish nationalists making up silly lies about urban myths, about strange verses which they claim exist, which absolutely do not exist as part of the commonly accepted national anthem. And then here we have 2 pages where we speak simply, we simply address the myths, the arguments, the notions of the Republicans, and we give the correct position on it. So that's answering the frequently heard objections. And then here we have policies to support the monarchy.